Good morning, everyone. The topic of presentation is theft and robbery. The offense of theft, robbery, and extortion come under the Chapter 17 of Indian Penal Code. Under the offense against property, property has been one of the most essential constituents of human life since pre-medieval world. When the constitution was initially made, the right of property was even the fundamental right under Article 19F of Constitution of India, but subsequently was made legal right under Article 300A. The right to protect this invaluable entitlement of human leads to making of such law. All three of offense have been critically analyzed and difference between them have also been construed. Theft under IPC, whoever intending to take dishonestly, the crime of theft has been defined under section 378 of the Act. It defines the crime of theft, any movable property out of the possession of any person without the express consent of that person. Move that property in order to such taking is said to be commit theft. For analyzing the crime of theft, each of the part must be construed. Section 24 of the Act defines the term dishonestly as doing something with the intention of causing wrongful gain and wrongful loss. Therefore, only stealing something dishonestly will be regarded as theft under this section, where in case cattle were be seen trespass and causing damage on one's land were be seized and taken to a cattle pound, it was not regarded under theft. Similarly, taking the property out of the possession of person, even temporarily, will constitute theft. Illustration 1 of 378 make this point clear by stating that the watch was taken by A that belongs to Z without Z and with the intention of keeping it amount to criminal offense of theft. However, there is fine line that needs to drawn here in case Gopinath Nayak versus State. It was held that keeping the owner out of possession of the goods, not with intention of causing any harm whatsoever, but just for a purpose of mental anxiety will not constitute theft. Illustration P. Similarly, section with states that A. Taking in good faith the property belongs to Z establish that bona fide claim will not regarded as theft. That is, if person taking movable property of another in false conception that is his own, it would not amount to theft. The property must movable. The property that is subject to theft must movable. This has been explained under the explanation 1 of the section. Anything that attached to the earth cannot subject to theft, but it is not movable property in first place. However, anything that is served from the earth at a moment itself become movable property at the act of severing it itself the tantamount of theft. For example, tree in the first place is not subject to theft, but as soon as it is severed from the earth, it becomes movable property. Ownership, possession, and custody. First, it is important to construe the difference between possession and custody. Having the possession of the property is dealing with it like its owner. The person in possession will have authority over the property to the exclusion of other. The possession in actuality or objective realization of ownership. On the other hand, a person who only has custody over the property cannot deal with it like its owner. He merely keeps it. A custodial guardian cannot partake with the possession of property. With illustration G, the section explains that one cannot steal a property that is in nobody's possession. This concept has also been applied to dead bodies and they don't have any particular possession. Therefore, stealing of buried bodies will not come under the definition of 378. However, it criminalized has been the effect under 279 of the Act will deal with. Consent: the property that is stolen must be removed without the consent of the property, express or implied. The illustration M or N make this point clear. Whereas a person going to the library, the friend with whom he is on a good term with, and borrow a book without consent of that person with the intent to returning it afterward, it would not be regarded as theft, as the book was taken under implied consent of other party. There is no dishonest intention attached to it. Movement of such property: the movement of such property should be made of the possession of the person who has it. The physical carrying of such property is not essential. It is if a person A puts bait in his pocket and therefore lures to dog to come his way with intent to dishonestly taking a dog out of the possession of its owner, he is said to have committed theft. It is also not essential that such a movement of the property may be permanent character. If a person hides any movable property in house of the person with the interest that the other may not find it, it will constitute theft. It is not necessary that the person stealing the property. Punishment for theft under section 379: whoever commits theft shall be punished with the imprisonment, either description, which the term which may extend to 3 years, with fine, or with both. 379 IPC is cognizable, non-bailable. The section deals with stealing property belongs to another person. It covers both physical or non-physical form of theft. Robbery under IPC: all the robbery are either theft or extortion. Robbery has been defined under section 390 of the Act. The offence of theft amount to robbery under the following circumstances: when order to commit theft on in amounting to theft, the offender to that and voluntarily causing attempt to cause to any person death, hurt, wrongful restraint, or fear of either of these. Punishment: the offence robbery is cognizable, non-bailable, non-compoundable. Punishment for robbery: imprisonment for up to 10 years and fine if committed on a highway between sunset and sunrise. The imprisonment may go under 14 years as stated under section 392. Punishment for attempting to commit robbery is up to 7 years is laid down in section 393. Thank you so much.